Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the emergency pod of the Eagle Eye podcast. Dylan, we used to call these
The half episodes.
the point five episodes, but today it's just gonna be called the emergency podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know why we're here. We just witnessed what was probably one of the worst games America has played this postseason. And we'll credit Cruz Azul for actually coming down and defending, but we will break down what America did wrong because they did a lot of things wrong. And without any further, let me introduce as always my two co-hosts and two gentlemen that are gonna be putting some extra time right here, Christian and Cowboy Dan. Gentlemen, I mean, how we doing?
Am I getting paid for this? I think we all need a bonus after what we just watched and we're covering it. So
The best bonus we can get is the trophy.
I'm just playing. Yeah, it was a bad game. I think it was probably like the worst game we've played this postseason. And to be honest, I think Cruz Azul walks away with the victory despite everything.
This result looks like it favors more Cruz Azul than it does us. Dylan?
Yeah, it really does. Kashina really seemed like he was just going and just sitting back and going off the counter, which it worked a lot. It seemed it's just, it started out good. And then, you start to lose some creativity. You start to lose the ideas throughout the game. And, it does get to be a boring game and a slow game. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be an excuse. I think if you want to put an excuse, you can say that the Mateus Uribe injury really played a big part in the midfield. From him, it seemed like it was just he was moving the ball forward aside from Linus, and he was making some good passes. Not trying to be mean, but Roger coming off was probably something that should have happened anyways if it wasn't for the injury.
Look, we're kind of all over the place right now. Let's try to condense ourselves and let's try to talk from kind of point A and get to point B. So let's start things off. We get the lineup. We get confirmation that we get the same starting 11 that we washed Pumas with, and now they're going up against this Cruz Azul side. How are we feeling? I think we're pretty content. No.
I was content because I thought that we were going to come up with the same intensity that we did against Pumas. We didn't, obviously. I think for two factors. One, I think the nerves. I think I'm going to put this in. I think the nerves got to us a little bit. And second, we have to credit Cruz Azul's defense. They were a brick wall tonight. And I said it on the last podcast that Cruz Azul is the best defensive team in the league, and they definitely showed it tonight. But yeah, like you said, though, when the lineup come out, I was content. But after watching the game, yeah, not so much.
Yeah, let's give credit because for the full 90 minutes, Cruz Azul set themselves up very well, just exactly like Chicken Biscuit says in the chat right now. But still, that should be no excuse as to why you can't break them down. I mean, it was very pathetic from us in regards to how we went forward. We had such a heavy touch. We couldn't keep the ball on the ground sometimes. We couldn't make a smart play towards the last couple of minutes of the game. You just saw the team just trying to force a ball down the middle, and every single time you did that, you were giving away possession. You can't be doing that, especially in the final, and that's what almost cost us a goal.
Yeah, I think it was offside though.
No. The one
the crossbar. The crossbar. Yeah, I think it was offside.
Yeah, the crossbar. I don't remember.
They didn't give it.
Yeah, they didn't give it if it was.
We're gonna have to go back to that one. I'm pretty sure it was offside.
Either way, though, you look
no,
horrible.
No, but like even though like that change should have never happened though.
Yeah,
and I mean, you kind of got the feeling of how this game was gonna be from the get-go. America had the ball. America was moving it. But to be honest, at the end of the day, if you look back, Cruz Azul had the best chances to win this game.
Yeah.
And that's what got to frustrate you the most part. They had the best chance in the first half. They had the best chance in the second half.
Yeah.
You could have easily have walked away down 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could have been up 2 goals because there were a couple of chances where I think we kind of.
There was only one solid chance from us.
No,
that's mediocre.
the Uribe chins.
Yeah, that's the only one.
I thought Renato should have laid it off to Joe Corona there. I don't know why he shot that. Another one was Roger. Why doesn't he shoot the ball?
or
I can
or
remember
pass.
two clear things, clear chances where Roger could have shot the ball, potentially got it on target, but instead tried to get dribble past Igor, and he's had his number all night. So it was I don't know, it was bad decision making from everybody.
And now it's obvious that Cruz Azul is not going to sit back on Sunday.
Definitely not.
They're going to go at us.
No, yeah, definitely.
And that's the most frustrating thing is you had the one chance to get as much goals as possible, and you couldn't even string a good play because, like you mentioned, those Roger chances, he had the opportunity to give a ball or shoot, and he did neither. Look, Roger spent about 75% of the game on the floor.
On the floor, yes. Oh, I was about to get to that, dude. It was so freaking frustrating when the ball's coming to you. Oh, he put his back. And then he just falls. Like, what are you doing?
Trying to get the foul, trying to draw the foul. And by minute 25, you should already know the referee is not giving anything. The referee is not calling much. Like they said right here, Jose Sepulveda said, do you guys think America should have had that penalty in the first half? That one was where Bruno Valdez went up to header it. And then, what was it? Leach,
yeah, Igor,
whatever the hell the guy's name is called.
The Chileans.
Yeah, there you go. The Chilean, he kind of does kick Bruno Valdez. Like it is kind of iffy. At this point, saying if, buts, or maybes when it comes to the referee, it does no good in regards to reviewing the game. I think look at what you did on the pitch. What can you take away from it? Well, I can take away that America again disappoints us going forward. Again, they look terrible when trying to create something, but it's frustrating because look, yes, Cruz Azul planted themselves right, and they probably got the best out of the tactics. I think Piojo got out tacted today. All right.
Yeah.
You look at a player like Diego Lainez. Whenever he got the ball, how many players were on top of him? Four players.
Yeah.
Four players at times.
Yeah, 4 players.
And you can't do much. As much as a wonder kid you are, you can't always take on 4 players.
And it sucks because, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it sucks because as soon as he got free, you saw the chance that he did. He took on I forgot to defend his name. I'm sorry. He took on the defender. He crossed it in, and that was a Renato Ibarra chance that I was talking about.
Yes. And at that point, you need to see, okay, so how can we work around this? He knows that his wingers are getting pressed. All right. Everyone was getting pressed. Even sometimes when we tried playing out the back, we got pressed. And it's like, what are you going to do? And the worst part about it is we had no answer to that.
Yeah, we had no
Our best answer was let's play long ball United.
And doing that, you had Roger on the ground for 80% of the game. So
Tom just tweeted that Mateus and Roger are officially out for the second leg.
That was no question about it.
Well, I mean,
but Mateus thing looked very bad.
Yeah.
I'm not even dude, that was bad.
I mean, it's out there now. It's officially official.
Officially official.
And I mean, it's pathetic. It's pathetic that your team has to can't even go about it.
The subs weren't right either. I mean, I guess maybe one of them wasn't.
The only one that made sense was for me. The only one that made sense was the Ibarra one for Linus.
Thank you. Yes, that was the only one. I agree. 100% agree with you. I think we also should take away how we give this one particular player. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. This one player, we praise him day in, day out, and today he was a ghost. Yes, I'm talking about Renato Ibarra.
Oh, I thought we were talking about George.
A ghost.
Yeah, not his best game. Look, everyone was pathetic at that point. Everyone except Marchesín. That's the only player that I can say.
Jorge Sanchez. He was stellar.
I felt like he got beaten too many times with the through balls.
Here comes the vendetta.
No,
No,
but
no.
I'm just
Look,
kidding. I'm just
no,
kidding.
how
I'm just
many
but
kidding. No,
times?
no.
How
but
many
it,
times
but
No,
did
it's
Cruz
the
Azul
thing,
play a ball over
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
got beaten?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No. I
And
see it.
actually,
As best one.
actually, I think you're right there because we were fortunate that Mendez didn't bring his passing boots today, because
Exactly. How
three
many
times
crosses? Yeah.
3 times he beat Jorge Sanchez and 3 times he gave a terrible cross.
Yeah, yeah,
You the better fullback tonight was Paul.
Yeah,
yeah. It was
yeah, but even then he had I don't know,
mediocre to me
No,
still.
no,
yeah,
no.
mediocre.
Defensively, I'm speaking. Paul was the better fullback. Going
Oh
forward,
yeah,
Paul
yeah,
was terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and then you have a player that Joe Corona.
Okay, listen, Ivan. I think I'll pick a bone with you here because you said that
I
he was
no,
he
I
was the
said it.
right
I
fit,
said it.
and I knew it from the start. He is a terrible fit for this team. I'm not saying
No,
he's a
I
terrible player. Maybe in a better system he'll work, but for this team, he is not the guy, and he should not even see the field on Sunday.
look. It's just you're right. You're right. And he, I thought he did great against Pumas, but apparently maybe the occasion was just too much for him. The
Mhm.
midfield battle was too much for him. And now you look at the injuries and you think, well, he's probably going to start Sunday as well.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah, which is has me worried a lot. Um, like I'm pretty sure none of us here really watch Cruz Azul games, but after watching Marcone play today, there is a true midfield battle there, and I don't think Joe Corona is up for the task.
And we'll talk about what we predict the lineup will be for the upcoming Sunday game, because I think Carlos has made some pretty good points out in the chat. But um, yeah, we're most likely going to see Corona. I
Mhm.
would dare to say that if Piojo maybe has the cojones to put Edson Alvarez there instead,
No,
that
I
could
think he
work.
will. I think he will.
Yeah, you
I,
would think Edson to be fit by then.
yeah, I don't think that's a cojones move.
I
I think
think it is, because I think he'd want to play it safe in regards to putting a midfielder in there, because technically, quote unquote, Edson is a center back.
as I said, right. But he does play the CDM role,
Yeah, yeah.
and he
So
has played it before with Piojo.
he has played it before, but
So
not as much as.
He's no stranger to it.
Yeah, exactly. And so if it's there, I mean, so okay, look, and we're probably jumping ship a little bit too, but are we saying same formation still? We're not
Yeah,
thinking back five.
no,
No.
no,
I
because
think
at that point you're giving Cruz Azul the game.
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so then at
But
that point you can't go back five, because then you're giving
yeah.
because if our objective is to be the same way Cruz Azul was against Cruz Azul on Sunday, we're gonna get beaten.
Yeah,
We
we're
Yeah.
gonna
don't
be beaten.
Yeah.
defend like they defend.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
were
Exactly.
organized, and there's one thing that we've always said: we lack structure sometimes during
we
the
do.
game, and today you saw that. You saw
Mhm.
that going forward, and sometimes very little, because Cruz Azul didn't really push us, but sometimes in the defense, you know, I, it's just there's so much things went wrong.
Yeah, a lot of things.
And look, Chicken Biscuit put on the chat, we're outclassed with the options we have at the moment. Is he right? I mean, with these injuries, does that mean that we have less quality for Sunday's matchup?
Well, listen,
Well, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think we're gonna be outclassed in terms of the type of like the people that we have on the bench. I think we have enough talent on the bench to minimize the losses of both Uribe and Roger. Yes, Roger has been playing well this playoff, but we can't also diminish like the kind of poor season he's had. So I think if you slot Uribe or Henry in there, I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Um, the Uribe injury is a tricky one, I think. Because you had Uribe playing next to Guido the whole season. Then up to the Pumas game, you had him play next to Roger. So who is to say maybe you can put Linus there in the position where he likes playing? and then maybe that sort of kind of minimizes it a little bit. And you have Edson play with Guido as well.
You have who playing with and
Edson and Guido, and then Linus plays behind either Oribe
oh yeah,
or Henry.
that would be the sound.
And then
that's how
you probably minimize these losses that you have. At least that's what I would do. But I'm not a coach, and I don't have a license, so don't even listen to me.
Well, I mean, the way you see it, I mean, like, I don't think we're necessarily outclassed. I mean, you kind of hit the point. You know, we have the talent, and you know the players we brought in, and we've seen what they can do. Except now, this time, some of these players, such as Cecilio, Oribe, Ibargüen, they have to take their game to a whole new level from a season that they've given us very little. And they got to understand that and realize that. And if we don't get it, then, you know, it's going to be a very, very rough match. And we might scrape by, we might not.
This is pathetic that now we have to cling all of our hopes on players that have not performed this season. And it's not and it's not Piojo's fault that these players got injured.
No, definitely not. The pitcher's fault. No, I'm just joking.
Well, okay. Was it just me? Or did the pitch feel heavy?
Yeah, the pitch did feel heavy. You saw the pitch heavy.
Yeah.
Like the ball just wasn't rolling.
Yeah, no,
the
but
ball wasn't rolling.
Yeah, but you know the pitch isn't. No, we can't blame the pitch.
No, because look, I say that because I feel like that favored Cruz Azul's game. Because they didn't care. They were like, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna defend, we're gonna make sure you have no spaces to run into because we didn't force the space. So then whenever we try to play a through ball or something, it was easily cut off because the ball wasn't rolling as fast.
Yeah.
You know, and you think that after 25 minutes of trying to do that, you think, well, it's not working. Let's go a different route. And never did we change. And the only reason why we didn't change is because Cruz Azul made us think, made the players believe we're on top of Cruz Azul, so let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Even though there was no end product, we thought, yes, this is the right way to go. Let's keep going because we kept the ball for the majority of the game. Cruz Azul was chasing. I put it in quotations because Cruz Azul really defended the zones very, very well. That I couldn't believe Piojo couldn't see that. The players couldn't see that. You're in a final. At this point, you need to be 150% sharp in every aspect of your game. No player, aside from Marchesín, gave me more than 90.
Okay. Yeah. I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Just a thing I want to point out in the chat, I'm seeing we're getting a little bit of hate because we're not giving America credit for defending Cruz Azul. But I think we already said that. I think we established that Cruz Azul was playing back. They were sitting back. So whenever Cruz Azul had the chance, it was very minimal, and I don't think America had to do much. But let me put this back. But when Cruz Azul did have a chance, they looked so much more dangerous than America, though. And America was on the attack for about 75% of the game.
And at times too, the defense did look a little sloppy.
Exactly.
On some of the chances.
We were just lucky that they weren't as polished as as we know them to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they were, then a couple of goals could have went in. So
exactly.
The defense was all right, but it could have been worse though.
Yeah, I felt we were a bit shaky in the back whenever Cruz Azul did come at us, and that's got to say a lot. That has to say a lot in regards to that. But again, this game was just a mess all around. At halftime, you think, okay, that wasn't good. Change it up, do something. And the team just came out the same way, trying to string along passes, trying to force the ball through the middle. You can't do that. You can't keep giving away the ball. That's possession you're giving back to Cruz Azul. And Cruz Azul, all they had to do was play it back there because we weren't really forcing the play. We weren't really pressing them. We weren't really saying we're trying to force a mistake out of you. They were trying to force a mistake out of us. And when we had the chance to press them, we invited them to come at us because we thought, okay, so if we invite them, we soak up the pressure, we can get them on the counter. And that never worked throughout the whole game.
Not even once. Actually, it did work once, and that was the one where think it was Roger.
With the
Yeah,
Oribe
yeah.
shot?
No. The when you talking about the counter, we had
Oh,
one.
when
We had a
yes.
1-3v3 counter in the first half. I think it was Ibarra who tried to lay it off or tried to shoot, but then it rebounded to Roger, but then he lost it right away.
Our
I
decision making up front
yeah, no, it
was
was terrible.
ridiculously
It was
poor.
zero. It was awful. Looked like I don't know people without brains playing out there.
I was
It
watching with a
was,
friend, and he said, "This doesn't even look like it's a final. This looks like it's the third jornada."
I've been seeing that all over Twitter right now.
Yeah.
Not to defend this or anything, but usually first legs are very tactical. It's just this one was seen more like that because it was America. There was so much hype going into this game that it kind of disappointed. So I do understand the people for saying that this was a terrible game, but people have to understand that the first leg is usually very tactical, and I
Yeah,
think Cruz Azul played the tactical game extremely well today.
they did. They did, and they marked our wingers very well. Linus more than Renato, but Renato was still pressed, and then I think Carlos Diaz pointed out very well that Renato had just didn't have much of the ball as he wanted to, at least with the space he wanted to.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
but then there were some times where he had a chance to go one on one with his defender, but he never wanted to take him on. It almost seemed like he was scared or something to take him on. For what
I
reason?
don't
I
think
don't
he was
know.
scared, but I think you if you pan away from Renato Ibarra, you have one player in the box. That's it. There's
Right,
only one player.
but Ibarra is known to take on that defender and go inside the box and make something happen. We know he can do that. So why not
Yeah,
try it?
but
He's tried it 2 times the whole game. One it almost worked out, and then the other one just I don't know what happened. But he had
I feel like
multiple
he saw too
times.
many blue shirts, and so he thought we're gonna. He's like, I'm gonna run, take maybe one player on, and then lose the ball. And he wanted to play it safer. He wanted to play a little bit smarter.
Mm. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I thought we needed more from him tonight, especially him being quote unquote our best offensive player going forward.
Yeah.
He is, and I'm not disagreeing with you that yes, I needed more from him, but I also needed more from everyone else.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and we'll go back to the topic that you brought up, Dylan. The substitutions. When Roger goes down, you think the most sensible
Henry.
tactical decision is bring on Henry,
Yeah.
and you
Which I
bring
don't
on
get.
Cecilio Dominguez,
Yeah, that was so weird. I
and
looked
you
at my
play him
dad.
in the cam.
I was like, what is he doing? It was yeah, it was terrible sub. Again, I think we pointed out last podcast. No, this was probably a hard decision for Herrera what to do in terms of how to approach this game, and and he got it wrong, and it showed tonight. And I just hope it doesn't bite him in the butt on Sunday.
I don't think he got it too wrong. I just think the way he made his team go about it was wrong, especially after, because usually after 25 minutes you get a feel of what the other team's playing.
Right.
And at that point, as the manager, you think
He didn't.
switch it up.
Okay.
And you're right, Dylan. He didn't.
And
Exactly.
And I think I've said it throughout the season too. How many times have we seen him really cope and make changes? And like I know I get it, Ivan. Like you said, the players are smart. The players on the pitch too. They should deal with it too. But Piojo's not relaying that information to them either.
Yeah, no, that's also frustrating. And then what was frustrating to see too is whatever happened at the end with whatever was going on in between the benches, especially Marchesín going over there. If this was the second leg, that's a whole different story, but you still have another leg to go. You still have 90 plus minutes to play. You're risking the opportunity of getting yourself a red card.
Yeah, it was dumb. But match has been like that all season long too.
Yeah. What was the other sub?
It was Oribe Peralta coming in for Mateus Uribe.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That one made sense to me because he's used Oribe Peralta there before.
That's the only one that made sense to me.
I think the Ibar one for Linus
was definitely made sense to me too. Yeah, Linus was
Linus
non-existent second half.
Yeah, he was shut out.
Mm-hmm.
And not so much too because Cruz Azul, but I just think again we fall into that tendency, like we always say that we play the right hand side, play the right hand side, play the right hand side, and we completely forget about the left hand side. So
Yeah.
Linus at that point again and kind of just faded into the background. It made sense at that point to take the kid out, conserve him, put in Ibargüen, see what Ibargüen's capable of doing. I mean, he pulled something out of nothing when we played against Chivas. So, I guess Piojo thought, you know what, let's get him out here, probably do the same thing.
I mean,
Didn't do much
didn't do
at all.
much. Yeah. Someone I actually have high hopes for, or had high hopes for going into the game. Actually.
Yeah, the camera in the first half panned out to America warming up, and it had Edson Alvarez, Oribe Peralta, and Andres Ibargüen. And I thought to myself, these three coming off the bench will be key for America to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And little enough, two of those three players showed up on the pitch and did not do anything.
These injuries, man, they wow, they throw a whole other curveball to Miguel Herrera.
Yeah.
You have Friday, Saturday. You have 2 days to prepare a team who 2 players have been your starters all year long are not going to be there. You have 2 days to prepare for the second leg of a final. If the first leg was hard, the second leg is going to be even harder now to prepare for.
You can't expect
injuries. Yeah, I know, but it's just
no. I know, but you can't expect your non-starting 11 to just be like, okay. Especially coming from these players that have been mediocre this season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It is frustrating because, like you said, it throws a whole curveball. And I know people have been talking about it in the chat, so let's dive into it. If with everything that we know going on, how do you line up against Sunday? What is Piojo's best tactic? What is his best 11? Because his tactics is completely different from a starting 11. But what's his best starting 11 going forward?
Dylan, you want to go or should I?
It doesn't matter. I can go.
All right, go for it.
Marche, Aguilar, Bruno M. Sanchez on the right. I go with Renato, Edson, Guido, Ibargüen, and then you have Henry and Oribe. I mean that's really all you got.
You're taking Linus out of the picture?
Oh shoot! No. Let me rephrase.
I would just switch. I would take Oribe out and put Linus there, and have Henry and Linus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
And then Oribe has to come in second half, though. I think.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much: I think Dylan got spot on what Piojo's going to use on Sunday.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think so too.
I think we saw the end of Linus's starting 11 with America.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer, but could also mean that he comes into the second half and tears it up.
Could be.
But at that point, you're putting too much faith in Piojo to put in Linus.
Right.
Yeah.
But we also got to see how the game's panning out, though. You can't be. Actually, I don't know. No, actually, no. I think either way, however the game is, I think you have to bring Linus in if he is on the bench.
Look, ideally, the kid should start in that camp spot because we know what he can do in it.
But will he?
Probably won't. No, because he's gonna use. At this point, I think like Jose Sepulveda says, well, not exactly what he says, but you feel like Piojo would have the same mentality going forward, saying you want more experience, at least for the championship game, right?
Yeah.
So you could see Linus not starting.
Mm-hmm. Was it lack of experience too, you think?
From
America? We have a lot of players who haven't been in a final.
And I think it was a lack of leadership too.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's count them. You have Roger Martinez never been in the final. Uribe never been in the final.
No, but look, you have Uribe.
Oh wait, Uribe. No, we have against Tigres, right?
Uribe wasn't there.
No, we were okay. So he wasn't there. Okay, so you have Uribe, Roger.
But Uribe has played on the World Cup stage.
Right,
Yeah.
but
You think that should be enough for him to be like, okay, I
you
know
think,
what
yeah,
pressure looks like.
you think, but maybe it
He
wasn't.
stayed in Russia. He
We'll
stayed
see
in
what
Russia.
happens. I mean, now he's injured.
Yeah, so we can't. Let's just stop talking about him because he's not relevant anymore. At least for this match.
Yeah.
And neither will Roger. So now it's
Yeah, so
questionable whether or not. Look, I don't know if Henry starts. I think he does if because I think the lineup you said, Dylan, the first one. I think
yeah,
that's what he goes with.
I think that's the one.
I don't see
I think.
I don't see
Yeah.
anything else.
I think he just goes back with what he knows best.
And unfortunately, what he knows best didn't really have us playing that well during the season because that's the same exact formation he used during the season.
But it got us results. Scrappy, ugly results, but
It got us a lot of draws,
that too. I was
and
looking
we
at the table and I was like, one win, just one win out of all those draws would have meant we were being the same points as Cruz Azul.
Mhm. Pretty much.
And so now, look? I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not expect the Cruz Azul to be so defensive. I knew they were good defensively speaking, but I did not expect them to sit back 90 minutes. I honestly thought there was gonna be an evenly contested game,
I think that's what we all thought.
Yeah, that's everybody thought.
and they sat back. And granted to them, it worked.
It worked very well.
And now you're going into the second leg kind of on a more high note than your rival.
Yeah.
Because you shut them out, because you said, look, you couldn't even score on us, and
For
we
them-
had the better chances.
For them, mission accomplished, to be honest.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And, they have everything going for them Sunday.
And I promise you right now, what Piojo has said is probably we went out, Cruz Azul defended, we went out to look for the game, we were the better team, we had the more ball position, this, and that. At the end of the day, though, Cruz Azul can easily say, but guess what? You didn't score on us, and we had the better chances.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it takes to say, yeah, they were probably, in that sense, the better team coming out, and probably the more confident team going into Sunday's game.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of the press conference tweets, and Piojo said it was a game played. We are already thinking about the other game. We are solid. We are going with everything in the next 90 minutes.
Let's hope that's true. Because at this point, you have to just be like a bulldozer and break through that wall.
Yeah.
Be smart about it. And some of the shots we took were just pointless.
How many shots do we even have? Dylan, can you bring that up for me?
Yeah, let me check.
I'm gonna guess 3.
Hold on, give me a second. We had 8 total shots, but 2 of them were on target.
Look, we had one chance that you said, okay, that one should have at least gone in. The Mateo Soriba one. But that's it.
Yeah.
Granted, Cruz Azul probably just had 2, the phenomenal save from Marchesín and then the post, but they still won you in that aspect, 2-1.
Mm-hmm. And they were the ones sitting back.
And that too. I mean, it's just you look all around and you think poor. To the way we played, to the way we were trying to create, to the way we defended. Everything was just it seemed so sluggish. It seemed like no one wanted it.
Yeah,
no one was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And maybe they're just trying to conserve themselves for the game on Sunday. But even then, if you have the chance to kill it in the first leg,
you go for it.
Yeah, what?
Go for it, man.
I don't get that. I don't get that aspect of this team. Is again, it's another draw. It's another draw. Considerably speaking, that's exactly what we said in our prediction. That okay, if America walks out with a draw, what is it that they got to do going forward? What is it that they got to do into the next match? And it's exactly what we said in the Toluca preview. It's exactly what we said in the Pumas preview. It was, if you walk away with a draw in the second leg, you have to go for it. You have to press them, and you have to make sure that you find the back of the net.
But here we are again. This
in
is
the
it.
same story.
No, this is the story. We tie the first leg, we come out the second leg.
And now my question is, are we going to come out the second leg, or did we risk losing a very good opportunity to come out in the first leg, kill the game off, so that way in the second leg, when the opponent actually comes out to play, you already have 1-2 goals that you can just breathe more easily.
I'm saying devil advocate here. Even though this is the same story, drawing the first leg, going into the second half, giving it all. In the first legs, though I don't know if that made sense. In the first legs, we looked like a team that was dangerous. All right, we scored, we created chances. This was not a team like that. This was a team who missed every single pass, every single opportunity, every chance they had to make a goal was a failure. It was a failure all around. And if they come out like this on Sunday, we're gonna lose. And I hope they realize that.
You're right, and it's the fact that we didn't even create, and that's what frustrates me.
Yeah.
It's one thing for us to sit here and talk about we need to get our shooting boots together, but when did we even use our shooting boots?
Yeah, when? Exactly when?
And that's
just
what
that
gets,
one time. Just that one time you pointed out, Christian. Yeah.
And that's just it's pathetic. And then of course too, just the set piece deliveries were terrible.
And for us, I think we're so reliant on set pieces to get us the goals. You know, they just weren't there today because we didn't have many chances.
My question is, why was Joe Corona taking those free kicks?
Yeah.
Why didn't he let Ibarra do it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Chicken Biscuit has said, like everyone has said already in the chat, you know, from Carlos to Jose, everyone, they've said no creativity, poor from the team going forward. I mean, you can find things here and there to rescue, but at this point, there's no point of picking out just 1, 2, 3 little things when you got about 60 to 70 other things that went wrong for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that was a bit exaggerating, but that's how it felt like. It felt like that for a full 90 minutes, that nothing was going right for you.
The bench is going to be an interesting topic to talk about too, as well. You're gonna have 2 bench players going into your starting 11, practically. So how do you fill those slots?
You're probably gonna see the likes of
Tony Lopez.
Yeah.
Probably him, Pedro
Clemente?
Arce, probably Insalrunde will be there.
Imagine he comes in.
I forgot about that.
Imagine he comes in and scores a 90-minute goal to give us the championship, dude.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
and he's like,
freaking
all the money worth it. All the
goodness.
money worth it.
Dude, I think we should just call it right now. They
will build a statue of Insalrunde in Coapa if he brings home that title. Can you imagine? He's done nothing this whole season, but yet wins the game for you on Sunday. Giving you the 13th title, making you the most highest team to ever win trophies in Mexico.
The Univision commentators were making fun of him too, because they were like, "And what about Insaurralde? You guys are kind of him out already," and they were just like laughing about it, you know. But what a story that would be though. 90-minute banger.
And then everyone, the legend Insalrunde.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know how everyone was like, "Todo culpa de Layun," so you know.
Todo culpa de
Insaurralde. Beautiful.
That could come true.
Not even in my wildest dreams that can come true.
I don't mind.
Yeah. But yeah, though. But I think the bench is an interesting topic as well because, you know, the bench is supposed to be your solutions to, you know, fix a few kinks here and there. And, you know, it's like Jose said, it's gonna be a little bit thin on Sunday. And it's gonna be interesting to see who is actually available for us to be on the bench.
You know what the funny thing is, when we started this, when me and Dylan did our preview for the beginning of the season, Dylan, do you remember what's one of the things that we complained about last season, and something that we said we need to have this in coming into the season? Dylan
is gone. He said he does not like you anymore, and he will.
Oh no, Cowboy Dan is taking out his frustration and is not voicing it right now. But the one thing that me and Dylan said was that depth. we needed depth, and that's something that really hindered us in previous seasons. It felt like we were very thin, and this season we had plenty of depth. We had plenty of players that could come off the bench and do the job. Now, funny enough, now the same thing that we were asking for is probably going to play very crucial into this final leg of the final, and
Mhm.
it you have those players that coming off the bench, so that depth is coming into factor. And like you said, it's interesting to see. Now the bench does feel like it just got thinned out, like Sepulveda said. But I I feel like it's a good opportunity for like the likes of Tony Lopez to come in, and probably I promise you, Isan Ruldes is going to be on that bench.
You think?
Yeah, I'm
Does
pretty
he
sure.
does he even play?
I mean, you know what though? How fit is Jeremy Menez?
No,
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, we're gonna see a
I
present.
don't. I don't think he's registered in the official.
Apertura, really?
Nah, he's not registered. No.
Damn. Ah,
At this point, I'll take a one-legged Menez
yeah, that's what I was
behind Henry Martin and let him work his wonders.
Oh man. And you know what? A player like that was probably the game changer
Yeah,
in this
man.
game.
Yeah, honestly.
Someone who could pick out a pass
Someone
because
could.
we didn't have that today.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, let's see. I see though that Carlos Diaz says he says a back five for next game.
Oof.
I don't think that's too crazy out there, but I still think Piojo's gonna go for that back four, especially after his press conference saying that they're gonna go all out for the game.
Mhm.
I think he's going with that four at the back.
I love it how on the podcast we predicted a back five for this one, a back four for this one. And then I jokingly said, well, what if Yoho just throws a curveball, throws a back four here, and then a back five on Sunday? And you know what? Funny
That,
enough, it could happen, but it probably won't happen. But it's just funny how we kind of said that.
well, we're trying to cover all angles at this point.
Yeah, but you never know with Pio, so it's kind of hard.
Look, it's gonna be a tough game no matter what.
Yeah, Menez was. I don't think Menez is even fit for game Jornada 1 of the Clausura. I
Yeah,
think
I
I
don't
think
think
I think I think he'll be
No,
back for
no.
Jornada 5 at
that's
least.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We're in that same
So
situation.
I think we
Um,
all I think we all can agree that Sunday's gonna just got 10 times harder. Is it possible? Definitely. I still have the most complete faith. It's just we need a different approach to this game. Um, we
you
we
just need
need
to
to
want it. If you want it,
yeah.
you can get it.
This is what I mean by approach. We need to go out there like we actually want to play, like we actually want to lift the trophy. Because right now we're just going through the motions and it just doesn't look good. We look awful out there.
We look terrible.
Yeah.
Play terrible. That's just so frustrating because you had a good opportunity to get something going and you lost the ball right away.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
It was terrible. I think we're low morale right now, and hopefully by Sunday night that'll change. But for right now, it's just time to. I don't know, man. It was a bad game.
anything else we want to add on about this first leg?
I really hope Joe Corona does not start Sunday.
No, I'm not gonna do.
I mean, thank you, Marchesin.
Oh,
Thank you,
dude,
the post.
Match is a god.
Thank you to the post. And I mean, you gotta want it. You gotta go for it at this point. So now, give me your prediction for the second leg, if it's changed at all.
I said we were winning 3-2 in overtime. That's what I said, right? Or did I say 2-1 in overtime?
No,
Yeah.
3-2.
I said
No.
2-1 overtime. I think I was thinking
No,
about
no,
it.
you said 2-2 in full 90 minutes, and
Oh, full
then
90, and then 3-2 in overtime.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sticking with that.
damn.
Yeah, if we thought today was tough, it's gonna be even tougher Sunday.
I'm gonna say 2-2, but we get it in extra time.
I'm still going 2-1. I think we still get it in 90 minutes.
I think it's gonna 90. Yeah.
Hell no. That's a negative, Chief.
This is going beyond predictions, but I honestly think the first team to score the goal will win the whole thing.
Let's see, and let's hope that's us.
And I'm praying to everything that's us. We have a 50% chance, so I'm liking my odds right now.
Bruno and Emma score the goal for me.
Oh, dude, I hope.
That's what frustrated me so much. You had a corner kick in which your defenders came all the way up to take it, and you
play short,
and you do a short corner, and you don't even put it in the box.
Exactly. Oh, dude, that got me so frustrated too. Oh, goodness.
And I've seen that some people say this game goes to penalties. If it goes to penalties, my little heart doesn't take it.
No.
Yo, listen, if we go to penalties, we don't miss a single penalty. I'm telling you guys right now, we don't miss a single penalty.
I don't care how it goes. I can't take that. I won't be able to take it.
I think I
might cry.
I don't know, man. I might just die.
I'm telling you, yo, if we go to penalties, we're not missing a single one. And put that on it right now. We don't miss a single penalty.
No, I can't. We can't. You can't take your chances at that point. Look, penalties is really is that's no way. That's no way to go. That is not. You can't go down that route.
Imagine the scenes though. We miss every single penalty during the regular season, and you make every single one in the penalty shooter in the final.
Look, like Carlos Diaz said, if we go to penalties, call the ambulance. I will be sharing that ambulance with Mateo.
I'll have an EMT in my living room waiting for me. Don't worry, I'm covered on that.
I'll be riding with Mateo Suribe in the back of that emergency vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the word was. It was ambulance.
Ambulance. Have mercy on your keyboard. Oh, I was hitting my desk. My keyboard's fine. Just so you guys can see, my keyboard's fine. Don't worry.
I mean, I don't know what more we can say about this except that we share the frustration that everyone has.
Basically,
it's you expected more. We expected more. We talked about this team being more than what they gave us, but it seems like that's always been the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we touched on that.
And like you mentioned, Dylan, it's you want this team to be consistent, not just a full 90 minutes, but can you be consistent for a full week?
Exactly. We never knew what team we were going to get week to week during the season.
And you mentioned it. You mentioned it in the podcast. You said, but what team are we going to get on Thursday?
Yeah. And the people were bashing me saying that I was bad and like, oh, we're gonna get a draw, and like look what happened. I mean you go out, but exactly like you go out and you blow up Puma 6-1. Like okay, that's good. I'm happy about the result, obviously, but like I said, what team we're gonna get? Is everybody gonna come out and play against Cruz Azul Thursday, or is just one or two players to come out and we're wondering where the hell is everybody else? When besides Marchesín, nobody came out to play.
Exactly. We got the latter.
Exactly.
And now again, it's you got to go out and you got to and now at this point, look, the players should know they played terrible. The players should accept the fact that they let the fans down. They let themselves down. They let the institution down. And now you got
the Eagle Eye podcast down.
They let us down. And I think we're like way below their priority, but they let us down. It hurts. But at this point, look, at Sunday, you need to go out and you need to say, look, boys, now we got to go out. We got to win it. And we got to do it for the fans, for the institution, for the manager, for our own teammates who aren't going to be there, who injured themselves. And is that going to be the fuel to the fire? Is that going to bring the best out of them? Is that going to be a motivator, or are we just gonna get the same pathetic performance that we got Thursday, that we keep getting on Thursdays?
Exactly. Exactly. We it's still hard to say what team we're gonna get, especially at this stage
Mm-hmm.
with especially with the nerves and everything, and knowing that you didn't get the result you necessarily needed in this first leg. Now you gotta go out and like you legit have to play these full 90 minutes if you want to take it just 90 minutes.
Mm.
You there's not a single minute you can let off the gas, and we've talked about this. We've seen time and time again where we've pressed on the gas. I mean, you can even go back to that Pumas game. I mean, yeah. Besides the fact that we won 6-1, y'all said it. Y'all said it best. We score one, we seem to let our foot off the gas a little bit, and Pumas come back and equalize. And then obviously we get back on track and push the gas more. But then again, we did that. We did that almost the whole game. And so like now you got to translate that and realize that you got to do that again for a full 90 minutes. And you cannot let off one bit.
Yeah, you can't.
There you go.
You really can't. And it's funny. Our good friend Luis says, "What you mean, Ivan? Piojo's always watching the podcast. Better be watching right now."
If Piojo would watch the podcast, we'd be undefeated. Thank you.
It's just it's frustrating.
Oh man.
Funny enough, do you guys really think that the stadium is gonna be more Cruz Azul's favor on Sunday?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, definitely.
I
And
don't
by that ratio as well.
I feel like it's gonna be 50-50.
Hell no. There's no way 50-50. I can put a lot of money on that. They will not be 50-50.
I think it's 50-50.
There's no way when Cruz Azul fans have first dibs on tickets.
They didn't though.
They did though.
No, they opened it to the general public on Ticketmaster, and that's it. That they went strictly. They opened it up to the general public.
I need a La Resaca Americanista here. I'm pretty sure it was them.
They
I'm
even
pretty
said
sure it
that.
was them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was them that they said that it was it was not looking good for America fans trying to go to the away game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was them that reported it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And what sucks too is the people that buy tickets only to resell them. That's what sucks the most. Because today
they're gonna resell them.
Yeah, because today supposedly tickets were near sold out, and you saw a lot of empty seats in the upper levels, like a lot of empty seats in the upper levels, and those were probably due to like all the people that try to resell tickets for a ridiculous amount of price. Supposedly, the lowest ticket you could buy is close to $3,000
Godly.
for upper level seat. No one is paying that.
That's my tuition right there.
Exactly. No one is paying that.
You know how much Whataburger that is? $3,000.
It's a lot of Whataburger.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a whole different conversation, but
yeah, no, but
we'll see how the atmosphere is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, either way, regardless, blue shirts or not, there's only one crest on those seats.
No, yeah, definitely. And the players need to go out and show that passion.
Show that it's your home.
Show that it's our home. Show that's why they have their crest on those seats and not theirs.
Don't let yourself get run over.
Exactly.
In your own home stadium. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Go out there, want it. I mean, for Christ's sake, just go out there, prove it.
The thing that we got going for us is that we play we turn up a gear in second legs, and we're gonna need that gear, but like amped up all the way to like the top,
I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So much for being calm, cool, and collected.
I thought they were pretty calm, cool, and collected sometimes.
Yeah, at times they were, but
they were very calm, cool, and clueless going forward. Look, it's going to be a story of two different games, and it's whether or not America wants to be remembered as the team that persevered through it, or whether or not they're going to be recognized as the team that let Cruz Azul win.
Yeah.
Like I
Okay.
mentioned, like I said last on the previous podcast, you have the chance to walk into that pitch as men and come out as legends.
There you go. That's all needs to be said.
It's really up to them. So of course, we share the same frustration as all of you share. I know at this point everyone's kind of at each other's throats whether or not America should have done this, done that. But I think it helps talking. I think it's helped for us to vent and for the people in the chat to vent. I think it helps kind of set a little bit of that frustration. Know that you let it out, because trying to carry that onto Sunday, that's not gonna be any good for any of us.
Hmm.
Uh, tension tensions it will be very tense come Sunday
Yeah.
in the America community. But let's remember that at the end of the day, we're still all just one big family. And at the end of the day, we have to look at our team and we have to exceed from our team to do much better. And I said to myself at the end of the final whistle, and I tweeted out, I said, "You pretend like you want to be champion playing like this. It's pathetic. You can't. You gotta do better. You gotta showcase at least play with the heart.
Hmm.
Then we can talk about whether you deserved it or not.
Yeah. It's all or nothing on Sunday. All or nothing.
Or nothing. All or nothing. Gentlemen, anything else you want to add on in regards to this first leg?
As bad as we played today, um, I have full faith and full confidence that we can go into the Estadio Azteca on Sunday in our home field and take it to them and win this 13th star. I have full confidence. But like you said, Ivan, over and over again, you got to show it though. You got to want it. And if you do want it, and if you show it and you want it, we're
You'll
gonna
get it.
get it. We'll get it.
Dylan, anything?
No, I think we said it all.
I think we have. So that game will be Sunday, 4:30 Pacific, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Now, I know a lot of people in the chat are saying, wait. What about the Lady Aguilas? I was transitioning onto that because obviously the big game for the ladies is Saturday, and obviously we couldn't do this podcast without mentioning our beloved ladies. Like I
That was
said,
a tough game too. That was another tough game too.
we broke it down. We
Oh
broke it down
man.
to the best of our ability. Come the last podcast we did on Tuesday. But we will be watching Saturday the full 90 minutes, and if it goes to extra time, I don't even think my little heart could take penalties in that game. We will have you live tweets from our Twitter accounts. Make sure you do go follow us at Eagle iPod on Twitter. Interact with us. We love the appreciation. We literally just reached a year on Twitter, and to look back and to have as many followers and as many great friends as we do, and within that short time frame, I think me and you, Dylan, couldn't express enough to think that we didn't even think we'd be here.
No, no, I definitely agree with you. It's been a hell of a ride, though, man.
It's been one hell of a ride, and the ride don't stop. It's our projection is to only keep getting higher and bigger, and of course that's with all the help of you guys.
We're not stopping until we're the largest podcast and Twitter account in the world.
Definitely.
And not just for America, like in the world in general. Like we need to have the rest of the world follow us.
We need to be number one in the podcast list on iTunes. It needs to be Eagle Eye Podcast right there.
We need we
Exactly.
we need to be the reason why there's we're trying to plan world domination here. We're gonna make a Eagle
Are you
Eye Day.
are you proposing a dictatorship, Ivan?
I,
Ooh,
I
dictatorship.
I am proposing the best dictatorship there can be.
I don't think there's a best dictatorship.
You telling me if we lived under a dictatorship where it was all America 24/7, that would not be a good dictatorship?
To some people, no.
To
I
us,
mean, we'll work out the details.
yeah, we'll work on it. When we get there, we'll get there. Um, but let's go back to the ladies. Dylan, I know me and you still have to confirm whether or not we'll be able to do some like live hangout stuff with the people, but for sure, you guys can come interact with us on Twitter. We'll be live tweeting. You guys will get all our reactions. You guys get live reactions from me, from Dylan, and in regards to the ladies game, we're excited, right, Dylan?
That's correct.
We're excited for these ladies. It's gonna be a tough game. We expect them to come out with passion, with heart. Uh, Whether that will be enough, it's gonna depend on the ladies themselves. Uh, they're very talented. They got very good depth in the team as well. They just can't fall into the same rhythm that they did, and that's just starting to hoof the ball out, and especially if they get a lead. I don't think it'd be smart for them to just kind of retain the ball and then just try to kick it out with no real kind of final thought to it, or really an end product.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladies need to go out there and just kind of showcase what they've got, what they've been doing the whole season, playing as a team, playing as a unit, and I think they will find the back of the net. It's whether or not they can keep Tigres out, and they
Yeah.
did for a very good amount of time in the Azteca. You
It's
know,
just two defensive errors cost them.
Yeah.
two mistakes, and look, those two mistakes will hurt, yes, but if you try to flip it on its head, then you think, well, Tigres didn't do anything if it wasn't for us.
Exactly.
I mean, look, if we do, if these ladies do go out there, they need to just show as much heart and as much passion as the men have to do on Sunday, because you're both literally have the opportunity to write yourself, to engrave your name in history.
There you go.
Talking to you, Insan Rulde. So if you do come on the bench, please, you gotta score that winning goal.
You guys scored that winning goal.
Um, it's you gotta go for it.
It's do or die this weekend for both of our teams.
Do or die. Well, Christian looks like Christian Dylan looks like we got a couple of people that would say if we do a live hangout that they'd be more than willing to come on. Jose Sepulveda and Carlos Diaz. So you know what? If we do, we'll try to integrate you two. How does that sound, Dylan?
Yeah, that's fine. If we do, then you might see me Cowboy Dan Saturday.
Oh, is there any better way to see you than Cowboy Dan?
Well, I mean, usually when we pod and y'all see me, it's usually in a t-shirt or in jersey. I mean, I'm never in my Cowboy setup.
Look, I think this is what the ladies need to win. They need Cowboy Dan there. They need
Dude, I'm telling you, y'all might just get it.
They might just get it. They might just get it. Carlos Sepulveda, if you got a Twitter, hit us up on Twitter so we can get your email. If not, then I guess you guys can just leave them here. Or, I mean, it'd be safer on Twitter. Or if
Yeah.
you guys somehow find a way to email us, you guys can email us. Um, we'll let you guys know. We'll let you guys know. But yeah, we're excited for the ladies. We really want them to strive for victory. And like I said, we'll have all that reactions. We'll have all those live tweets. We'll have everything that you guys could possibly ask for. And
Get that first.
let's go. Like I said, first thing you do Saturday morning after you wake up hungover from the club, you're not even in your own bed. You have no idea where you are, but you know you have your phone in your hand. Before
Dear
you look up
Lord.
where you're at, you got to go on Twitter and you got to put hashtag Lady Aguilas. They need that support. They need to know. They need to know. Gentlemen, anything else you want to add on to the ladies?
I really hope they get that first star. Historic.
Yeah, go get that first star. Let's make history. No regrets.
Literally, no regrets possible. The opportunity to really make history happen. Again, depends whether you want to come out a hero or a villain.
On the side note, I thought it was pretty cool how the men's team was at the game on Tuesday supporting them.
Yeah, and the ladies were there tonight too. At the game.
Oh, they were there tonight, really?
Yeah, a couple of them took pictures like together. They're at the stadium.
Nice. just one big family, all achieving, all wanting one goal, and that's to lift the trophy on Saturday and Sunday.
That
And
is
we
what we
have
want.
here we have full confidence and full faith that they'll be able to achieve that goal.
And I believe we will. I believe we will. And well, gentlemen, I think we've come to the end of this emergency podcast.
The bongo cam, that was funny.
The bongo camp.
You guys saw that? That was funny.
We need to bongo the heck out of Cruz Azul come Sunday, though.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this, boys. Sunday, we got this.
All right, gentlemen. Again, thank you to everyone who came out tonight on this really late podcast. If you are anywhere in the central or east coast, I know it is hella late for you guys. So thank you so much for coming out. It is 1 o'clock in the morning for my gentleman guy right here for Christian. So let's give him
I have
a round of
work.
applause for staying up so late. Dylan as well. It is midnight for you guys. I hope you don't have school, and if you have work like me, then let's push through. Let's persevere, gentlemen. As always, it's been a pleasure to talk it all out. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
I really hope we come here Tuesday. All happy faces. All happy faces. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Like our good friend Cowboy Chicken Biscuit mentioned, Cowboy Dan is the key. Is the key. Not only for the ladies, but for the men as well. So Dylan, it's all on your shoulders.
Oh God, I don't like pressure.
Right,
Well,
Dylan?
Cowboy Dan better like it. Cowboy Dan better like it. All right, gentlemen. Again, have yourselves a wonderful good night. I will see you guys very, very soon. We'll talk Sunday's matchup and we will live tweet everything and anything as always. Vamos por la 13. Let's get that 13th title. Let's make history and let's remember the world. Yes, let's remind the world who's the best club, who's the best team in Mexico.
Let's get it, boys.
Gentlemen, as always, a pleasure. Everyone, a pleasure. Have yourselves a wonderful good night. Enjoy yourselves the weekend. Remember, Lady Aguilas on Saturday, men's close it out on Sunday. Let's hope at the end of the day, we're lifting 2 trophies. Good night, everyone. As always, Arriba la América. See you guys.